Okay. Oh, he's funky. Someone is that squatty. Let me get that squatty. What? Well, hello, third one. What's going on? How you doing? What is going on? Long time no see, huh? Long time no see. Chilling. You been missing me in these YouTube streets. You know, what had happened was I had been trying to get on live, but something was going on with my computer. It wasn't working. Okay, it wasn't working. We had the tail end of Mercury retrograde, so it finally wanted to work. So there's that. But yeah, I have I've been doing readings here and there. I haven't had a whole lot of time to do a whole lot of general readings on the YT and or the live readings because I couldn't do anything on my computer live wise. So there's that. But what you been up to? What's going on? What's happening? What is going on? I'm just posting to my social medias. I'm gonna get started here in a minute because I'm not gonna be on here too long. I got ish to do. But I did want to do a quick reading since my computer is acting right. I want to take full advantage of this time. You understand? All right. Okay. And today is the 8th. Okie dokie. All right. So what's up? I'm here to do a real general reading. We have Mercury going direct tomorrow, and then we have a Virgo full moon tomorrow too. So this is going to be interesting because this is my lunar return. So we should see how this goes. But let's quickly talk about full moon, what they're about. All right. So we know, you see how the light changed? Why I don't want to stay like that? You said you've been listening and applying the readings for Taurus. I've been doing great, I must say. It's been working to my advantage. Appreciate that. Aww. Hey, boys out here winning in these streets. That's good. I'm happy for you. I mean, that's the whole purpose, right? You want to be able to have information that people can actually resonate with. So you got to take time to, you know, go into meditation and to experience the different astrological signs, right? So how I do things is really just based on how I'm feeling, what's resonating with me at that time. Because remember, you're made up of more than just the sun sign that you have, which is for you is Taurus. You're made up of more than that. The other elements and the other astrological signs play different roles in your life, and you just got to figure out where they are and be able to tap into that, right? So that's what I do. And so when I don't post like the rest of the tarot readers on YouTube, because number one, is draining. It can be very draining energetically to do readings back to back to back, especially when there's general readings. That means you're pulling from, you know, so many different sources to channel messages, right? So it's not like you're doing something for an individual where it's a personal reading and it's just you and that person. You're only pulling the energies from that person and the people that are closest to that person. So it's not the same, all right? But yeah, I do my readings based on how I'm feeling. I do my readings based on what energy I feel like I'm sitting in. So even though we are in Pisces season, the first sign that I'm going to do probably tomorrow, or maybe even after this one, just depends on how I feel after this reading. It probably be tomorrow though, to be honest. But it's going to be Scorpio. I've been really into the Scorpio energy, and I see it, especially since this solar return. I'm a Scorpio rising, right? So very sensual, sexual, feeling all kinds of cute and good and all that kind of stuff, all right? Which is actually the counterpart to the Taurus energy, which is my normal, natural energy. I'm a Taurus rising. It says, I'm coming home to this for a month. Well, I need a break from school and work since I've been home. What? Wait a minute. I didn't know you was out of state going to college. Wait a minute. Hold on. What was it? Where did this happen? Shut up. Okay, cool. Okay, I'm liking that. I think one of the readings talked about, you know, y'all taking on new adventures. I remember you telling me something about like some sneaker situation too. Good. Learning, growing. So that's good, man. I'm glad that you are, you know, applying what is being given to you. You know what I mean? Because I feel like if I'm giving the information to you, take what resonates, leave the rest, and apply it to your life. Like, use it. That's why I'm here doing this, so that people can use the information that I give them. And again, even when I go, you know, weeks or whatever the case is, and I haven't done a reading, that doesn't mean that you can't go back and watch old videos, because energy is fluid. You could be, if you haven't learned the lessons that you need to learn, you're going to keep repeating them. So that same energy may still be sitting on you if you keep having to repeat the same thing over and over again. You got 2 years left. Wow, shut up. Ohio, boy, how you like that cold out there, huh? That's a different kind of cold. We're not used to that here. Down here in Texas, we ain't used to that. So, so yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. We're almost 10 minutes in. And this is for this Virgo full moon, Mercury going direct, and any other messages that come out, all right? So whatever comes out, that's what we're going to roll with. I've already saged the cards, and I've put myself in a place where I am emotionally stable, and I can get to it, get to the messages for y'all. So let me go ahead and relight my sage. The lighting, I know it's not as great as it normally is, because I just wanted to go ahead and get this done. But don't worry, we'll be back on it in a little bit. All right, so we're going to start off with an oracle message, and I think I'm going to start with my sacred geometry activations oracle deck. Let me start with this. Spirit messages do you have for the collective for the upcoming energies? It's Virgo full moon, Mercury going direct. What messages do we have? Boys, open Ohio, cold. Miracle. I just saw a miracle. Somebody needs to hear that. Heart chakra. And remember, Virgo is an earth sign. We got earth and water being mixed up because we're in Pisces season. So you know how that can be. And I keep seeing heart chakra. You say it's weak as fuck, you know what Texas ain't used to snow. I bet we ain't. Hold on, man. You only got 2 years. All right. But that's part of that Uranus transit over your sun sign. You know, shaking shit up. You got to do something different if you want to have a different result. All right. Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective? Let's just see. What messages do you have for the collective? I just saw synergy. This is the second time I saw this Gaia card. Let's see. Okay, Gaia, 2 and 8. 10 breaks down to 1. It says the frequency of Gaia reminds us that we are infinitely connected to one another, just as we are to our great mother and to the universe that birthed us all. All right. Again, Mother Gaia, that's Earth. Earth energy, all right? We're talking about the Virgo full moon, which is also Earth energy. And Mercury is going direct in the sign of Aquarius. That's air energy. So let's see what other messages we can get. Okay. That's interesting. All right. Remembrance. Number 38 at the top of the card. I see this 8. And that's breaking down to 11. So 1 and 1. If any of those numbers resonate, Google them to see the spiritual meaning of them. All right. So remembrance says the frequency of remembrance supports our memory of everything that we have gone through as a soul and body, providing us with valuable information and tools to flow gracefully with and in this life. Ooh, wee. It almost sounds like, you know, people are really like starting to tap into their Akashic records. That's what it sounds like to me. All right. Let's see. Last card, dynamic. And dynamic with number 23. And it says the frequency of dynamic supports our ability to harmonize between layers and aspects of different origin and frequency. It helps us to put together a reality that is made up of many different elements, both familiar and completely new, with ease, grace, and great joy. Wow. So this is telling you to think of new and different ways to go about experiencing this incarnation. All the while remembering how infinitely connected you are to source energy, to the earth, to all of the elements, you know, to the universe, to the planets, to the stars. You're all connected to it. So why not tap into those energies? And I was just talking about tapping into those different energies, you know, because you're more than one sign, right? You're more than one zodiac sign. You have all of them, all up and through there. All right. You got the 12 houses, which are the 12 disciples, with those of y'all who follow the Bible. Okay. You know, it's the 12 disciples, which is also the 12 elements of the astrology wheel, right? So all 12 signs, all 12 zodiac signs. So anyways, this is interesting. So we got 2 number 3s here. We got 2 number 8s. So 3 and 8 may be very significant for some people, as well as the number 2. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have divine feminine. That's another 2 there. Y'all see that? Another 2. And it says the frequency of divine feminine supports our receptive, nurturing, and soft side, allowing it to express itself openly and helping us to connect to our intrinsic understanding of our connection to all of creation. So this is really telling us to really get in tune and connect with the earth. So for some of y'all, or for most of everybody, it is to get out of nature. Get your ass out of nature, okay? Get out of nature. A lot of y'all need to ground yourselves. So that means, what does grounding mean? That means take your ass outside, take your socks off, take your shoes off. For those of y'all like Virgo Colombian that are in the snow, you may or may not be able to do it. Okay, I don't know what it's looking like. If it's gonna freeze your toes off, I don't know. But it would behoove you to get out into nature, even if that means, you know, touching trees, you know, plants, having fresh flowers in your house, you know, taking your spiritual bath for this full moon, okay, with fresh flowers. All right. It could also mean, you know, sitting out on your balcony, taking in the fresh air, because again, Mercury is going direct in the sign of Aquarius. So if that's the case, then we need to make sure that we are out in the air elements. Okay, we're in the air element and we're in the earth element. We need to be able to tap into both of those energies so that we can utilize this energy properly, so that we can manifest and bring things to a close. We can end certain transits or cycles, because remember, Pisces season is the end of the year. I'm gonna repeat that. Pisces season is the end of the year. Aries season is the beginning of the year. All right. Okay. So what that means is, you know, this is a lot of people going to be taking time to really get connected with the earth, really get connected with all of the elements. Get connected. I really hear that, like, get connected. That's all I hear is get connected. So we're gonna move on into the tarot. Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective? And remember, full moons, completions, endings of cycles, and what perfect time is it to have an ending and completion with the end of the year? You know, so that means, you know, you could be ending things of tangible nature, right? Because Virgo is earth energy. Earth is tangible. Earth is, you know, in the tarot is pentacles. All right. So anything of tangible nature. So, you know, for some of y'all, this is ending, and with Virgo, it could be like ending things that you have been getting a lot of detailed information on that you haven't had in the past. Right. So now you can make an informed decision on how to move forward, what you need to close out, who you need to close it out with, and how you need to do it. Okay. All right. Spirit, what other messages do we have for the collective? What messages do we have? All right, then. What messages do we have for the collective? And if you're watching this, don't forget to like the video, share with somebody who needs to hear it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You want to book a personal reading, I'm going to put that information in the description box when this goes live, all right? Because I didn't get a chance to fill out the description box, but my email is info@IamWellVersed.com, or you can hit me up on Instagram, IamWellVersed, same name. Hit me with a DM if you want to get a personal reading. You know, now we are truly moving into the new year, all right? So remember, you know, springtime, this is when things start to shift. You're going to get the movement. Aries season is all about moving, all right? You know, this Pisces energy is telling us to, you know, look at our associations, you know, who we've been associating with, what we've been associating with and about. And now it's time to close those things out and start something new. Some things and people you'll be taking into the new year, others you won't. And you got to be okay with that, because you got to remember that the things that are happening are supposed to happen. It's a part of your experience. What other messages do we have? What messages do we have? What messages do we have? Oh, whoa, whoa. Hold on. I'll put these back in the deck. If they come back out, we'll take them. They just kind of flopped out. All right. Two of Pentacles reversed. So, some people may be, you know, indecisive right now. And rightfully so. Because remember, full moon energy is typically about 2 weeks. Whenever the moon cycle changes, it lasts about 2 weeks. It really just depends on your chart. If you have heavy Virgo energy, this may last for a little while. But you know, the Two of Pentacles reverses, you know, you're not being able to come to a decision on something. You know, being confused or not having all the facts or the information. Remember, Pentacles, remember I told you, Pentacles are tangible in nature, right? Pentacles are also earth energy. So there's Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. So for some of y'all, this may be your own energy, or this may be somebody that you're dealing with, somebody that's closely in connection with you. But there's a decision that needs to be made, and there may be some more details that need to be gathered surrounding this particular decision that needs to be made. All right. So let's see what else we can get. What messages do we have? Oh, okay. All right, we got the Knight of Wands in the reverse. We got the Moon card. We got the Lovers card. And then we have the Knight of Swords. So let's talk about this. All right, so remember I talked about, you know, you're not having all the details. Well, here it is. This is Cancer's card. This is the Moon card in the tarot deck. So there are some things that are just left unknown, especially with the Knight of Wands reverse. You know, somebody is not moving or taking action on something, right? Because there's a decision that needs to be made that they can't make, right? They can't make because they don't have all of the facts, all of the information. Some things that need to be brought to the light have not been brought to light yet, right? But in due season, they're coming, right? Because we got the Knight of Swords, which is, I mean, that's truth for your ass. It's quick. It's untamed truth. Okay, untamed truth. The Knight of Swords is untamed truth. It's like, it's quick, right? And it just means smack you in the face. And then we have the Lovers card. For some of you, this may have something to do with a relationship or a partnership. Some of y'all, you know, you may be seeking clarity, or you may be trying to decide if this is a relationship or a partnership that you want to engage in, right? Because you got the Two of Pentacles here, and then you got the Lovers card here. So for some of y'all, this may be in connection with a relationship or a partnership. You know, you and somebody else, or one-to-one relationship, whether this is romantic or this is platonic. But this is definitely, for some of y'all, for a lot of y'all, it has a lot to do with a relationship, and if you want to move forward with it, right? Because we got the Knight of Wands in reverse. Let's talk about forward movement. Am I going to move forward with the situation? You're kind of stagnant, kind of just sitting there like, I don't know about this, right? I'm still waiting for other information to come in. And based on the information, then I can decide if this is something that I want to engage in, if I want to join with this other person or this group of people. Because remember, Mercury is going into Aquarius. Aquarius is about the group, it's about the people as a whole. And then you have the Knight of Swords here, excuse me, the Knight of Swords. That's talking about some quick information that's going to come in. All right. Let's see. Spirit, what other messages do you have? Thank you. What other messages? What other messages? Oh, okay. All right. And then swords also represent air signs. So that's Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. The Queen of Wands, more than likely this is more Sagittarian energy. The wands do represent fire signs, so it's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But the Queen of Wands, she's somebody who has gone through her fair share of trials and tribulations, challenges. All right, this is her. That's what she represents in the tarot, right? And so based on, you know, past, and remember again with this remembrance card and this Queen of Wands, it's like, don't forget the lessons that you've learned. Like I'm really feeling like the Emperor energy is trying to come through here, but it's like, don't forget the lessons that you've learned, even though things have not been revealed to you. You kind of really know. And so because you know, you have to act accordingly, right? Don't move too hasty. Don't go too quickly. But there'll be some communication that comes in, and it'll be like, bam, I got it. I know it. I know what to do, right? Because Virgo full moon is like, okay, what do I need to close up? How do I need to move forward and move and get a leg up, right? Whether this is in relationship or this is a job situation, whatever it is for you. And again, that serpent energy, I've been telling quite a few people to get energy, because I mean, you're looking at both cards here. He's inside of a snake's mouth, and then you have her wand being up by a snake, a serpent. So some of y'all need to tap into the serpent energy, you know, spirit animals. And with the Queen of Wands, you know, she's sitting on the throne and she looking like, I mean, I see what you got, what you working, what you talking about, but what else you got? Right? What else do you have? Because there's some things that I'm not clear on, and you need to make sure that I'm clear on that shit. Period. And so with the dynamic card, it's telling you to, you know, there are different ways to go about doing the same thing. Whatever that is, there are different ways to go about doing the same thing. And a lot of times it's something that you've already experienced in a past incarnation or a past life. And now you just have to, you know, draw that energy in, get connected with the earth again. Remember with the Gaia card, you know, get back connected with the earth so that you can bring back those lessons that you've learned, so that you can utilize them with the information that you have now to make whatever moves or changes that you need to make going forward. All right. So let's see what other messages we can get. Spirit of messages. Okay, machine. Okay. 7 of Pentacles. Okay, more earth energy here. And you look in this card, you see that skeleton that's running on side of him, and then you see this is the older version of him, tired, stressed out, laid out, right? The 7 of Pentacles, it basically tells us that, okay, we know there's work to be done. We know all of that. However, the things that you do, the things that you make moves on, make sure that you are making moves that won't haunt you. Because this is like a skeleton running on side of him. That's like he's being haunted. His every move is being haunted. Okay? And then he ends up being, you know, tired and drained. Okay, so for some of y'all, this may be making bad decisions or choices based on other people and how they perceive you. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you look at the top of this card here, you see those boys up there laughing at this one guy here. You know, so this represents him as a child, then him as a young adult, and then him as an older man down here. All right. And so basically what it's saying is that, you know, in order for you to do different things or for you to make dynamic moves, everybody's not going to agree with you. They're not. Everybody is not going to agree with you. Everybody is not going to be on your side, but you have to be okay with that, because you don't have all the answers. You don't have all the answers. You don't have all the information. It's just, you just know intuitively, intrinsically, that there's something different that you have to do. But just make sure that you're not creating karmic debt, right? More karmic debt for yourself, you know, that you will have to repay later on. Just be careful of the choices that you make, especially anything dealing in tangible nature. So, you know, whether this is a job or this is a move or this is a business or whatever it is, just make sure that you are doing it for you, right? You're doing it for you, because you think about this, when people make fun of you, you remember when you were a kid and people make fun of you or they bullied on you, they picked on you or something like that, you always want to prove them wrong. Like, I got to prove you wrong. I'm going to do this, right? What's the point? Who are you proving it to? What's the chance that you're going to see these people ever again? I live in the same city that I was born in, and the people that I graduated high school with, it took probably, let me see, it took 8-9 years before I've seen any of them just running into them. Yeah, 8-9 years. We live in the same city. So think about that when you are making choices and decisions for yourself going forward, especially if there's anything to do. Like, don't make decisions based off of proving somebody else wrong or wanting to shit on them, right? You know, a lot of people have this mentality where they want to shit on other people. Now, you need to be doing things because these are the things that you're doing for your highest and greatest good. For your highest and greatest good, right? So with that being said, maybe for some of y'all, that's probably something that, you know, you're going to have to set intention for, is for It's for you to make sure that you are doing things with the intent, right? With the intent of it being something that's going to be good to and for you, right? We want to make sure of that. All right, so the next cards that came out was the death card, and it came out one way on my lap, so we can read this as upright or reverse, and then the 8 of Pentacles here. All right, so you know, again, so we've moved from the 7 to the 8, and it's like with this moving, this progression, right? This is a progression. You went from 7 to 8. It's a progression. And again, that's another 8. So we have 1, 2, 3 8s. So 8, 8, 8. If I'm not mistaken, I have on my phone here what those repeating numbers mean. And if you give me a moment, I can look at it real quick and tell you what I found with those repeating numbers for 8, 8, 8. Let me see. Okay, the balance. You're in harmony with the universe. Your thoughts and actions are also in harmony when you see this number. So balance, right? That's what the 888 is talking about. You know, creating balance for yourself. Again, with that Virgo energy, the Virgo energy is very detailed, seeing what's out of line, what's out of whack, right? And again, that's why, you know, Spirit is saying for you to make sure that you are being dynamic in certain situations, because there's always a new way, a different way, a better way to do something, right? That's what the 7 of Pentacles is warning you about, is that there's always a better way to do what it is that you're doing. Okay, then we got the Death card, which is Scorpio's card. Some of y'all may be Scorpios, or, you know, you may be dealing with a Scorpio. But the Death card talks about an ending, a completion. Again, full moon. Completions and endings. So an ending or a completion to old ways of thinking, you know, old ideologies, old, you know, social groups and associations, relationships, partnerships, all that. You know, that's probably another reason why, you know, some people are in confusion, or they are contemplating, you know, a particular relationship, because, you know, they're trying to figure out if, you know, if they have let go of other situations the way that they're supposed to, if they've ended those situations. Or if they should totally, you know, 86 this situation because it's new and it hasn't really begun yet. And then we have the 8 of Pentacles. This is, man, grind mode. This is grind season. We are on it, okay? 8 of Pentacles, man, stay away from distractions. Anything and anybody that's trying to distract you from what you need to do moving forward, what you need to do for yourself. Again, self is first. Self-preservation is always first. You know, that's a natural law. Everybody else comes afterwards. So you got to make sure that whatever it is that is filling you, that is feeding you, that is satisfying you, is for your highest and greatest good, number one, right? But it's something that you put into practice on a regular basis. So for some of y'all, this may be self-care, right? Virgo talks about the diet. Virgo rules the intestines. So for some of y'all, y'all may need to change your eating habits, all right? You need to put an end to all the bullshit y'all been eating and ingesting. And I'm not just talking about just, you know, by way of oral consumption, but this could be, you know, what you put on your body, the soaps, the lotions, the hair dyes, the hair weaves, the fingernail polish, all of that, all those things, because Virgo wants to be pure. Okay, Virgo is represented by the Hermit in the tarot, but also represented by the Virgin Mary, right? This is the Virgin, you know, it's the Virgin. So what is the Virgin? The Virgin is pure. The Virgin is clean, right? So, you know, I'm getting clean your system out. Before we get into spring clean, goddamn. Spring clean. All right. So if you need to clean your car out, I clean mine at the gate. You need to clean your car out. You need to clean your house out. You need to clean your closets out. You need to clean your office out. Clean your body out. Clean your mind. Right? Because we've got all this air energy. We got this air energy here. we got this earth energy here, and it's really about, and the fire energy, it's really about you cleaning yourself, cleansing yourself. That's why people talk about, you know, spring cleaning. You know, when you're growing up, your mama, I was like, okay, we're gonna spring clean. We got some things we need to get rid of. So, you know, but the spring cleaning was a real deep cleaning. So that means, and again, with Virgo, this is deep, detailed shit. So that means you got to wash these baseboards. That means you got to wash the walls. That means you got to move the wash and dryer, move it up, unplug it, sweep behind there, mop behind it. That's what that means. This is cleaning house. Cleaning house of things, people, places, and situations that don't serve your highest good and purpose, right? I've heard people talk about, oh, well, you know, you talk about, you know, it's you know, serving your highest and greatest good, you know, and things don't serve you and blah, blah, blah. You know, I've heard people talk about that, but that's true. It's true. Because you will be living a miserable life if you always involved yourself with people, places, and situations that didn't make you, that didn't add to your happiness or to your joy. Your joy is spiritual. Your happiness is external. It's human-like. It's human. All right. So if that's the case, then you got to make sure that whatever is external to you is something that is adding value, something that is, you know, helping to elevate you as a person, but also elevate you as a spirit. So what does that look like? It looks like something different for each person, but you got to figure out whatever that is and be real with yourself on that shit, right? You do. You got to be real with yourself on that. So clean your shit up. It's time to clean house. It's time to clean cars. It's time to clean your body out. All of that. And, you know, a good way to tap into this energy is to fast. And you don't have to necessarily do a fast from food. Because I know people doing, it's Lent. So people doing Lent and all that kind of stuff. And but you could, if you don't want to fast, maybe you say, you know what, today I'm not going to have any alcohol. Or I'm not going to smoke any weed today. Or I'm not going to binge watch TV today. Or I'm not going to call this person or text this person when my ass get bored. Okay? So, you know, think about those things as we move through this transitionary period from the end of the year, the closing of cycles, to this ramping up for Aries season in the springtime, because it's going to be imperative for you to have your energy, because Aries is cardinal, it's ready to go. It's like, let's get it. I ain't got time to wait on anybody. If you know Aries, they don't wait on anybody. Nobody. All right. So at the bottom of the deck, I see the 5 of Cups. And the 5 of Cups, you know, there's 2 ways to talk about the 5 of Cups. So the 5 of Cups could either be regret for things that didn't work. For some of y'all, they may be regret for things that didn't work. And on the other end, and again, this 5 is prevalent here, but again, it could be, you know, you conquering your fears, or you conquering things that you thought weren't, that you thought failed or didn't work. It's like, there aren't like true failures. They're more like lessons that have to be learned. And once you learn the lesson, then you move on to the next phase. It hurts at first, but you know, what doesn't hurt at first that feels good later? Right? So, you know, with that being said, take time to slay these dragons, right? Whatever and whoever they are, slay the dragons. I see the Ace of Wands here. So for a lot of y'all, you know, this is the start of something new. Okay, this is part of the dynamic energy that we talked about at the beginning of the reading. That's what that is. You know, being dynamic is starting something new, finding a new way to do some shit. Like, this is new. I can do that. Let me try that. You know, you never know until you try, right? I see the 10 of Pentacles. I see the 10 of Cups reversed. For some of y'all, you know, this may be a painful time, you know, because you have to switch up what it is that you've been doing. A lot of y'all have been fixed in what you've been doing, how you've been doing it, the way you've been going about it, you know, who you've been doing it with, that it may hurt at first, right? It may hurt at first to have to allow things to die and to end, cycles to end, relationships to end, business partnerships, whatever the case is. You know, for some of y'all, that may be it. And then here we have the Temperance card, right? This is Sagittarius in the tarot. This is Sagittarius, I mean, through and through. So for some of y'all may be dealing with a Sagittarius, so you may have heavy Sagittarius in your own chart, or you may be a Sagittarius yourself. But this is basically, you know, when you think about Sagittarius, that's optimistic. And you need that optimism to move you forward, to carry you forward, right? Especially when we go into Aries season. Aries and Sagittarius are the same element. It's fire element. But Sagittarius is, the Temperance card is telling you to be more, to, again, like I was talking about with the Seven of Pentacles, is to be balanced, right? It's to be balanced. And I think I saw something in one of these cards about balance, but to be balanced, right? And that's being balanced in your emotional and your logical. So your logical is the earth energy, okay? That's what that is. That's your Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. That's this Virgo full moon. And then your emotional or your mental, right? You know, your mental is the air energy. That's your head. That's your mind. You know, so make sure that you are taking time to nurture that, whatever that means, whether it's reading a good book or meditation or silence and solitude, right? Because Virgo is represented by the Hermit card. So some of y'all need to go within and to really analyze what it is that you need to bring to a completion, okay? Whatever that is, go within. Allow the outside forces to quiet down and speak with yourself. Be real with yourself. And you'll be surprised what you hear. All right. So as always, I want to thank y'all for watching and supporting. If you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Share this video with somebody who may need to get this information. You know, sharing is caring. All right. Sharing is caring. I'll be back doing more live readings. I think the rest of the readings will be live. So I think I may start off with Scorpio's reading. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll see how the energy goes. All right. You're going to book a personal reading. I'll leave the information down below in the description box after this video posts. And don't forget, if you want to follow me on Instagram, I have 2 Instagrams. I have the I Am Well Version, which is that name right there. Or you can follow my fashion page at Chris Can Dress. And so, as always, peace, love, and light, and bye-bye.